Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. In the last class, we started the topic about characteristics and principles of human growth and development. And we discussed that human growth and development is from general to specific. And for this explanation, we studied some of the examples. We also discussed about the cephalocaudal pattern of growth and development, which means that development spreads over the body from head to foot. We also studied about proximodistal direction, which means that growth and development spreads over the body from central axis of the body to the extremes. We also studied about the individual differences in the process of human growth and development. So we have differences in the human growth and development in terms of, in terms of physical development, in terms of social development, in terms of cognitive development, and these individual differences are very important. And we also discussed that that early years of a child, early years are very critical and very important for the process of human development. And we also highlighted the fact that there are social expectations on each developmental stage. We have some set criteria and some expectations from the children, from the humans when they are developing at some particular age. Then we highlighted the principle of continuity, which means that development follows the principle of continuity, and it means that development is a never-ending process. This is a continuous process, and we have discussed this thing in the previous lectures. We also discussed that there is a lack of uniformity in the developmental rate. Like development, though it is a continuous process, but it does not exhibit steadiness and uniformity in terms of the rate of development in various dimensions of personality or in the developmental periods and stages of life. Then we started discussion on the uniformity of pattern. So although there seems to be a clear lack of uniformity in terms of the rate of development, of course we discussed that everyone is developing at their own pace and development is different in everyone. And also there are distinct individual differences with regard to the process and outcome of the various stages of development. Yet it follows a definite pattern in one or the other dimension, which is uniform and universal with respect to the individuals of any kind. For example, if we talk about the language development. So language development also follows a somewhat definite sequence, which is quite common for all human beings. अगर आप language development की बात करते हैं तो first of all, a child is just learning the sounds. Then he is learning to speak some small words, and after that he is able to make a full sentence, a meaningful sentence, and then he is engaged to a complex conversation. So there is a pattern, there is a uniformity in pattern. This is not possible that a child is learning a language, so first of all he starts speaking long sentences, and afterwards he is learning about the sounds. So there is a pattern. And if we take the example for other developmental phases, like this is true of other cognitive abilities, and physical and psychosocial development follows a somewhat uniform sequence spread over different developmental stages and periods of one's life. अगर हम cognitive development की बात करते हैं तो first of all your mental ability, cognitive ability is not at high level. आप simple चीजों को understand कर रहे हैं, and after that then you will be evaluating the thing, then you will be going to the critical thinking, and then you will be going to higher order thinking skills. So there is a pattern. ये नहीं है कि आप बचपन में जो है वो इस तरह से थे और बाद में आप simple thinking की तरफ आ गए. And if we are talking about other development, of course physical development, जाहिर है physical development में भी आप एक छोटी हाइट से कम वजन से आप ज्यादा की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं तो देयर इज अ सीक्वेंस. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि पहले आप मतलब बड़े थे और बाद में यू आर डिक्रीजिंग. सो देयर इज अ पैटर्न, देयर इज अ सीक्वेंस, एंड ऑफ कोर्स देयर इज अ यूनिफॉर्मिटी इन all these patterns. Then there is an integration in the process of development. Like by observing the principle of proceeding from general to specific or from the whole to the part, it doesn't mean that only the specific responses are aimed for the ultimate consequences of one's development. Actually, it is a sort of integration that is ultimately desired. Then there is a principle of interrelation. So, the various aspects of dimensions of one's growth and development are interrelated with each other. What is achieved or not achieved in one or other dimension in the course of the gradual and continuous process of development surely affects the development in other dimensions. For example, a healthy boy or healthy body tends to develop a healthy mind and an emotionally stable and socially conscious personality. तो क्या ख्याल किया जाता है कि जब ये इंटररिलेटेड है सारे डेवलपमेंटल डोमेन्स और अगर डेवलपमेंट एक डोमेन में अच्छी हो रही है वो एक्सपेक्ट कि बाकी चीजों में भी डेवलपमेंट अच्छी हो रही है. अगर फिजिकली अच्छी हो रही है, कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट अच्छी हो रही है, we think that emotional and social stability is also easy for that person. On the other hand, inadequate physical or mental development may result in a socially or emotionally, maladjusted personality. So this is important. अगर एक बच्चे की फर्ज करें फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट ठीक नहीं हो रही, कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट के वो उसको चांसेस उस तरीके से नहीं मिल रही या नहीं उस तरीके से हो रही, तो ऑफ कोर्स इट विल आल्सो इफेक्ट द अदर डोमेन्स because all the developmental domains are interrelated with each other to some extent. This is why all effort in education are always directed towards achieving harmonious growth and development in the all aspects of dimensions of one's personality. So in the schools, in the educational institutions, what we are trying to do, we are including activities, we are giving opportunities to the students, we are giving the chances to the students that they should have proper development in all the domains. Then another characteristic is predictability. Development is predictable. That means with the help of the uniformity of the pattern and sequence of development, we can, to a great extent, forecast the general nature and behavior of a child in one or more aspects or dimension at any particular stage of its growth and development. So, that is why we can discuss in developmental psychology the general nature of the development at different stages such as infancy, childhood and in young age. So we can predict these things. Not only is such prediction possible along general lines, but it is also possible to predict a range within which the future development of an individual child is going to fall. For example, with the knowledge of the development of the bones of a child, it is possible to predict his adult structure and size. अब बाज़ औक़ात क्या होता है कि एक स्टेज पर हम एक बच्चे की हाइट को देखते हैं या उसका स्ट्रक्चर देखते हैं तो we can predict कि इसकी हाइट अंदाजन कितनी हो सकती है. And similarly, the appraisal of one's mental ability, emotionality and sociability can tell us a lot about the future trends of one's development. So, what we are doing, what we can do, we can know about, we can predict about the future of the child development on the basis of the current development rate and current development stage. So these were some main characteristics and main principles of human growth and development.